Hey, Ashley Allen here. Welcome to my interview with Miss Ciera Payton, actress. So tell me a little bit about your upbringing. I know that you're from New Orleans, which is one of my favorite cities. So what was it like growing up in New Orleans?
Man, New Orleans is one of the most craziest cities ever. I love New Orleans. There's a lot of culture,
Yes.
lots of food, good food. But what I love about New Orleanians and just being from there is that people just keep it real. Like we got like people like Master P that came out that was like
Love
the ultimate
that.
hustler. But it was all for good reasons and good intentions, and so and that's just how we are. Like we stick up for each other. We have each other's backs, and we love our food, we love our culture, we love our music, and we love our families.
Yes.
And so yeah, New Orleans is a great city, and I'm so thankful that I grew up there because it's just a city that it's full of art, and so that was presented to me when I was a little kid, and one of the things that I've always heard in New Orleans is, as a kid, you're going to either pick up a horn or you're going to pick up a gun.
Right.
And a lot of kids choose to pick up the horn, and so, and that goes to just show like how artistic New Orleans is. And, and just how it's just in our bones and in our culture to just be artistic. So yeah.
So growing up in a city that is full of the culture, the music, the food, how are you able to draw from those different things that you were surrounded by to inspire you personally and professionally?
Well, I would say one of the gifts that I had growing up was I grew up in a really diverse household. So my father is biracial, my mother is black, and everybody like in that whole household just had they all came from different backgrounds,
Right.
and like had different points of views of the world, and so I was just presented with, I don't know, just like different opinions of what life is, and how to survive life, or how to cope through life, or just just a different outlook on life from different perspectives.
Right.
And art did play a big part of that because at the age of 4, around 4 years old, I really got involved into visual art, and then eventually went on to playing clarinet, and then got into drama and performing arts, and all of those tapped in my values, and the things that I learned from my family tapped into myself as an artist, because it helped really just shape my open-mindedness, and to not have any judgment, and to just really see people for really their character, and like really who they are, and really learn and exercise like peace and unconditional love.
Right.
I know it's like a really hippie answer to say, but I carry that all into my acting, because when I play a character, I can't come at it with any prejudice. I can't come at it with any judgment. Like, I really have to put myself in that person's shoes, and even just in the shoes of the world of whatever the script is. And so yeah, all of that culture, all of that music, and just really the upbringing that I had, definitely played a big role into what I do now.
Well, that's great to hear, because I know, from my opinion, that's one of the most important things about being an actor, is being able to pull from different experiences in life and things that you've learned. So on top of that, you are a trained actress. So how would you say your training has helped you, and how have you basically been able to apply that from training to becoming a working actress?
Well, I went to Performing Arts High School in New Orleans Center for Creative Art, and then I went to college for acting as well, and even after I got out of college, I continued to go to acting classes. I continued to be involved in acting troupes and stuff. And, a lot of young people come out to LA, or, they hit me up on social media, and that's the first thing they want to do is to be an actor. They want to get out to LA. They want to do that. And one of the big things that I do say is that you do have to know the craft. You do have to get trained. the industry has changed so much, and so sometimes I do question, like, oh, should kids really be, diving nose deep into all the classic plays and only knowing that? Like, I feel like they should also study classic films and even what's out now. And a lot of these programs don't do that. But I do think that you have to have a foundation in the base. And so that's what the classical plays teach. Shakespeare is, his stuff is all, it transcends everything. And then you got August Wilson as well, that his stories speak to everybody other than just black people. Yeah. So training is very, very, very important because it gives you a base to always go back to. Yeah. When people who are moved to be a performer, to be an actor, whatever, there are instincts that are in there, but it's like sculpting a statue. Like there's a David in there. There's a nice piece of art up in there, but you still gotta chisel it. You still gotta finesse it and everything, and that's what learning the craft and getting training does for an actor.
So in the acting world, I know it kind of